I'm never drinking again. Put a hurting on my credit card. I must have bought tequila shots for everybody at the bar. Well, I finally learned my lesson, seen the neon light on Sunday morning, saved no more Saturday nights. I mean it this time, at least until next weekend. I swear I'm never drinking again.
What's going on, Joe Mamas and Joe Daddies? Today we are joined by a very special Joe himself, Drew Green. Drew,
what's up, man?
Welcome to Chicago, man.
What's up, man? Appreciate y'all having me, man. It's my first time in Chicago.
So yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So what have you seen so far in Chicago?
I mean, we just got here this morning, but we had like a list of stuff that I kind of wanted to see. We really didn't get to see that much, but we stopped by Al Capone's house.
That's cool.
And took a little video on a pig, and I thought that was like history crazy. And Chicago's not what I expected it to look like. It's beautiful, man. It's so old and so the history's crazy. Yeah, but I'm excited to play here too. I've never been here. This is like a bucket list place for me to play. So yeah,
welcome, man. And it's a sold out show. So
it's sold out, man.
It's gonna be a
packed
house.
Party. It's gonna be a party
awesome.
for sure.
What's it been like traveling with Mitchell?
It's been phenomenal, man. I mean, he's a Tennessee boy like me, and I can't believe we even landed the tour. There was 14 people that wanted that gig, and he called me and said, "Hey, you want to do it?" And I didn't know much about it at the time, but man, it's been phenomenal. Every show's been so awesome, and he's such a good crew.
Yeah,
it's been awesome.
So I forgot to ask him, but I'm going to ask you because I think you'll give me an honest answer.
Go
but
ahead.
out of the two of you, who's the bigger Braves fan?
I don't know how big of a Braves fan that he is, but I know that I went to Braves. I mean, as a kid, I was at like my brother's got season tickets, so we had season tickets as a kid. The new stadium is beautiful. I've only been there once. I just sang the national anthem there for September 11th.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was like insane for me. But I'm a huge fan. I know Mitchell is too, so we're both huge fans. Yeah,
that's that kind of gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was the most nervous I've been in maybe ever. Like I've never sang ever at a stadium, and it was God Bless America, not a national anthem.
Okay.
But I was literally 5 minutes from going on set or on the field, and the in-ears they gave me didn't work. So I'm like freaking out, like what am I gonna do? Like it's freaking 9/11, it's sold out. And it all went great. It was smooth.
Yeah, like literally all eyes are on you.
It was a moment. It was a moment, and you know what? It was almost like a blackout. Like I feel like it happened in 1 second, but it was. And as soon as I got out there, I was a little nervous, but after I started, it felt great.
Got you. So you're from McMinnville?
McMinnville, yes, sir.
What is McMinnville like?
It's not like much. It's just a little farm town, man. It's nothing but trees, really. It's the nursery capital of the world.
Oh wow,
Sounds
so
beautiful though.
It's nothing but farms with trees, like dogwoods, pears, maples. It's literally like all the hospitals and landscaping you see around the world. Like a big percentage of that came from my hometown, which is crazy. But yeah, so I grew up on a tree farm right there, and it's a small town.
Can you take us back to your like moment in, maybe it was in McMinnville, maybe it wasn't, but you're like, come to Jesus moment, I'm going to pursue country music?
Well, I've always loved country music forever. I mean, I learned how to sing on a tractor, listening to Alan Jackson and Brooks and Dunn, but Sammy Kershaw. But I really didn't pick up the dream of like, man, I can maybe do this for a living until college. I was playing some college bars, and I was like the only country act. It was kind of like a Dave Matthews cover band kind of town. Everyone was that kind of band, and I started playing, and it had a pretty big following at college. And that's when I kind of got the itch to like write a whole lot and really take it seriously. I'm like live like an hour away from Nashville, but at the same time, I'd never been to Nashville and didn't know how big of the country scene was, and didn't know that it was even. Everyone always says, it's like a needle in a haystack. It's like there's no way you're gonna make it. Like all the talk, and I just dreamed about it for so long, and I started doing it, and it kind of just turned into 6 years later, and I'm writing songs every day and making it happen.
So how do you think like life has changed since you went from that mentality of I'm just gonna do this for fun, and now you're like
it'd be like a career.
Like a career.
Well, I started playing downtown in Nashville at Tootsie's Orchid Lounge on Broadway, and that's kind of where I got the itch to perform and entertainment, and became obsessed with it. Really, just absolutely obsessed. And there was a moment where I was like, you know what? Me and my wife kind of gave myself like a 5-year window to have any success at all. And I knew the whole time I was never giving it up, but like it was like 4 years and 6 months when I got my first cut, which was with the Florida Georgia Line. So it was like right there on the verge of like, you know, and every artist, and including myself a lot, have had a lot of moments where like, you know, I don't know, I might need to think about doing something else. You know, like it's hard. I mean, it's financially hard and it takes so much time, just like every job is an investment. So it's just, it's going great now though.
That cut was Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
What was it like working with them?
It was a dream, man. It was like I was my first time writing with Hardy and Hunter Phelps, which was my first co-write ever. Okay. We wrote a lot of songs together, and we were drunk at a bar in Nashville, and I've had that idea forever. Yeah. And I pitched it to Hardy, and he liked it. We went to Hunter's house, and we wrote it real quick. I didn't think much of it, and then about 3 weeks later, Hardy called me and was like, "Man, they're cutting it," and still, you know, you get kind of jaded in Nashville. You hear that story a lot, you know. Like, you know, I've heard up to that point, I'd heard of a few people. I heard, like, you know, Luke Bryan's going to cut it, yada yada yada, etc. And it never happened, so I didn't take it that serious. But then one day, I was riding with Hunter, and Hunter was like, I need to stop by Big Loud, which is where they're signed at, or at the time where they were signed at. And I didn't think much about it. I thought he was just dropping off some paperwork or something. And Hardy comes walking up with a big beer and was like, "Your day's about to change, brother." And they both surprised me, and we got to go in the studio and watch them cut it and everything. It was just it was crazy, man. Yeah, totally. It was really sweet. I owe them, boys.
I've got to ask, what's the story behind Cold Beer in Copenhagen?
So, it's nothing crazy, but like for me, I had that idea for a long time. That I love that title. I had that title. I wrote that title down
catchy.
one day.
It's a catchy
title. I love the way that it looked, and I drank Miller Lite and I dipped Copenhagen. And Brent Anderson, my co-writer buddy, he did this. We were on my houseboat, and he does the same. And we'd wrote like 6 songs that day already. Like it was bucket list day for me. Like most of the songs I've ever wrote. We wrote 9 songs that day total.
Oh my God.
And it was like 2 a.m. We'd cleared like a table off like this of beer like 3 times. We've been drinking. And I threw that idea out, and we just like all got sober immediately, and we just had it was one of my favorite rides I've ever had. And it was just thinking about a girl, you know, like I had that idea for a while. Like I said, nobody really bid on it because they thought it was going to be like a party song, like just some dumb fun song, and no one really bid on it. But then as soon as I had the idea of, you know, everything I love but wish I hated, with Cold Beer in Copenhagen, put you on a list of things I love but wish I hated. With Cold Beer in Copenhagen, it just felt like it turned into one of my favorite songs. And I love singing it. It's my favorite song to sing live on the set.
Well, and I got to hear it a little bit during your sound check, but I mean, that was one of them when, you know, I found out that we were going to be able to sit down with you. I found out, I was like, I had that song saved for a little while.
That's awesome.
And I was like, this song, like, just, it's catchy title, catchy music, and it's a fucking solid song.
Thanks, brother. That means a lot, really. It's lyrically, as a songwriter, I think it's pretty strong. It's written to the hook very well, and it's true too. You know, I mean, I drink a lot, dip a lot. I mean, I love this just like I love a girl that's bad for you. You know, like
right.
No different. So it's cool. It's a cool play on a song that I haven't heard in country. So I like it.
What's your like writing process like? Is it the same every time?
No, it's at all. You can ask some people, man. It's crazy with me. It really just depends how comfortable I am in a room. More importantly, like if I'm really comfortable with the guys I write with a lot, sometimes I'll start with nothing. I mean, I'll start with literally just like what I sing in the shower that morning. I sing all the time, so it's like there's been numerous accounts where I'll try to start writing a song with no idea, and for songwriters, sometimes that's really hard. Like they're like, what are we doing? What is this song about? You know, I'm like, I don't know yet, but we'll find it. You know, Hooch was kind of that way for me. I kind of just like wanted to write a song about moonshine. Yeah. And didn't have a title. At the time I was trying to write a song called Skew, just because I say skew a lot. And I didn't really know what it was about. And I have a lot of songs I'm fixing to put out that really just started with me just singing in the shower, like, and turned it into a cool idea. Yes. But that's what's different about me is that I just can sometimes just start singing and turn it into a song. Whereas most people like to have a title and let's talk about the idea before we even start talking about melodies or words at all. That's what's different for me.
So what would you say helps you more? Is it starting with lyrics or starting with the music?
I mean, I think every songwriter would like to have a title and an idea, like the lyric first, like at least one lyric of some sort before we talk about melodies and stuff like that. I do think if in the room, my strong suit would be melody, chorus melody. However, it depends. It just depends on the song, the idea. If it's a real serious song, like Little More Be Alright, my song Little More Be Alright, me and my producer wrote that. So I wrote a major portion of that song. We wrote the chorus last. Usually I write the chorus first, but we wrote all the verses first. So it really just depends on the song with me.
Yeah.
Got you. New Year's is this will actually be dropping probably after New Year's. Do you have any resolutions in mind?
Not really, man. I've tried to quit smoking both times. That's one I'd like to do, but it's hard on the road. It's hard.
Yeah, because you got like the stress of like moving shit, making shit look okay.
Well, and the fact that you just got to perform every night too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm a singer. I mean,
right.
But and there's been talks about that. Sinatra. There's been a lot of artists who've smoked their whole life, and it feels fun. I've quit a bunch of times.
Yeah.
There's some more things. I mean, yeah. There's a bunch of things I need to do. Like, I want to spend more time with my family. I spent 6 years in a room writing for like way overly obsessed, which got me here, which is great. But now it's like, now that I'm here and now it's going so good, I can actually, I just had a baby girl. So like, it's time to,
congrats.
It's time. Thank you, man. Yeah. And so it's some resolutions that I'm working on.
Did having your baby girl kind of like re-energize your focus for your career? You're like, all right, it's go time.
It's a lot going on in my life right now. It's really busy. Luckily I have a strong wife and an amazing wife who don't need me for nothing. She's good. She's good without me, which is amazing because it makes coming home sweet and it makes it's all great.
Yeah,
that's awesome. How long have you guys been together?
Me and her since 2009. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, a long time. We've been married for almost 10 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean,
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I think that's like what people hope for is like having something like that. Well, how old were you when you got married?
I was 24, I think. Yeah, 9. I'm 33 now. So yeah.
You're behind the 8 ball now.
No shit. Speaking of love, why Miller Lite?
Well, my dad drank Miller Lite growing up.
Okay.
To be honest, it's one of those things that I like it all the time. There's some beers I just like I like Coors Light in the summer.
Yeah.
If I'm on a beach or something, like if I'm drinking a lot of beer, I like Coors Light because in a way I like Miller Lite all the time though. It's just been my beer of choice. No particular reason. I just like the way it tastes.
Chicago's like a huge Miller Lite city.
Oh yeah, but
I like Chicago a little bit more now.
So I same here, but I think my go-to if I'm drinking a bunch of beer in a day is Busch Light.
Oh yeah, I like Busch Light too.
Yeah, who doesn't? Because you can. That's why they sell them in 30 racks. So you
right.
can drink a fuck ton.
You can drink them, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm fixing to put out a song called "This Miller Lite of Mine."
Yeah, there you go.
It's, this little light of mine. It's that song, but it's this Miller Lite of mine. It's hopefully I'm gonna get some boys to do that with me. It's gonna be fun.
That'll be fucking dope.
And I got a song with Busch Light in it too. I'm fixing to put out called Backwoods. It's like roll down the window, what you know good. Just bought the BP at a Cold Bush. Yeah, so it's fun.
That's awesome.
Bunch of country shit. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So New Year's will have just happened by the time this release.
Yo,
but Christmas is right before that.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I hate to
you learn something new every day.
I hate to bring it to you.
Yeah.
What do you think the most overrated Christmas movie is?
Most overrated?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good question. First thing that comes to my head, I'm just gonna overrated.
Which one?
Maybe Elf.
Oh,
maybe. I don't know. I love Will Ferrell. I love Will. I was just thinking. I know. I was thinking the first one that came to my head was the one that I didn't love it. It's great, but it's like it's in most people's top 3.
Yeah,
and it's not. I'm like a Home Alone. I don't know. Santa Claus. Tim Allen. Those are good.
What's your number 1 though?
I like Home Alone pretty good, man.
Okay.
I mean, I can watch it right now and not be like, dude, I've seen this 100,000 times.
Right.
I've watched it Lord knows how many times, and I still love it. So
that's how I feel about Die Hard. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man.
That's my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Freaking Die Hard.
Die Hard's my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, like what the hell? Like no one says that.
I say it.
I don't know. I mean, if I say I had more time to think about it, I might say something else. But just the first one that came to my head was Elf. Yeah.
I got you.
Sorry, Will Ferrell, love you.
Do you? He's gonna comment on this. Fuck you, Drew.
Yeah, he's probably listening to
Who
this.
the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I'm never making another movie ever again. Do you or when do you start like Christmas shopping, or have you? Today's the 11th.
I haven't done it. I haven't even. I forgot Christmas was this month. Like I said, I have a great wife who does most of my shopping for me. But I think I've got a few ideas for my kids. I've got some things like on the road. Just if I see something. Like I was in the Bahamas last week on a songwriting retreat and got.
Thanks for the invite, but it's fine.
And it was awesome. It was awesome. And I got some stuff for my son. I'll pick up little things on the road and this and that, but nothing crazy. I'm not a big Christmas guru.
Does do you lose track of time while you're on the road?
I'll lose track of days for sure.
Yeah.
Like what day is it? I'm like, is it? I feel like I thought today was Thursday. So it's like it's super weird on the days just over time as a songwriter and artist, but it also feels really slow. Like especially when you're rolling. Like I'm not at the luxury point of having my own bus, my own driver. I'm not there yet. And so we have to do a lot of the driving, a lot of the work. So it's a lot more tiring than it is for some people. But just everybody's gone through that. That's part of it. So we soak it up and we love it. But sometimes you're like, yeah, we'll be there in 35 minutes, and that 35 minutes feels like 2 days. Like it's insane.
You're like, we've time traveled.
Like there's no way that it's been 25 minutes since we said we have 25 minutes to go, and we still have 25 minutes to go.
Right.
It's like, what just happened? It's crazy. It's like time warp.
All right, last question. Other than Copenhagen and beer, what are like your road trip essentials?
Road trip essentials. Well, we got to have like a boom box or something better than like an RV speaker. We usually carry like a JBL boom box or something to just really blast it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What about like you're stopping at a gas
trail
station?
mix?
Okay.
Like my band. Well, more so like what I've grown accustomed to that wasn't really on my list, but it is now because of my band. Like my band, for some reason, we got trail mix. Like they eat the shit out of trail mix. I don't know why. So now I'm eating the shit out of trail mix because all we have is trail mix. So that's become a thing. Don't know why. My band's a bunch of healthies. Like we're eating like Chicago's pizza. Not what is it?
Deep dish?
Yeah, and I've never had it, and they're all I'm like, cool. Let's get pepperoni. Let's get cheese. Let's get all the goods. And they're like, let's get a veggie pizza. And I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Like,
what's that mean?
What the
veggie
fuck,
pizza?
guys? I'm like, dude, they're so healthy. It's insane. I'm like, God.
Yeah, trail mix and veggie pizza.
Yeah.
Diet of champions.
Yeah. Well, not
I mean, like they're to the point where like they get like cashews, like they like cashews, like I like like good fat, whatever. And I'm like, guys, I'm cool with cashews. I love cashews, but like get salted cashews. Don't like the unsalted cashews.
Yeah, just plain cashews.
Dude, I'm like, y'all are overdoing it, guys. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, dude. Dear God, we're super rock stars, yeah.
That's how I feel when like he'll drink sugar-free Red Bull. I'm like, first of all, the Red Bull's not fucking good for you anyway.
Yeah.
Like, however you cut it.
Well, I'm on that board too. I can't complain.
I gotta drink. I'm like, if I'm gonna drink Red Bull, I'm gonna drink it with sugar because obviously, like, I'm drinking.
I actually like the way it tastes without the sugar. Like it's a little stout.
It gives me a
too.
headache a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the
I used to drink
sugar.
Red Bull like a fucking psycho, man. Like back when I was writing songs like crazy, I would drink 2 or 3 a day. Like when I was writing, and now I've kind of made that a resolution to stop doing that. I mean, I love coffee too.
Yeah.
And it depends on where I'm at really. But I usually stop at a gas station to get a couple Red Bull before a ride or whatnot.
Do you have like a flavor that you get, or you just?
I'm straight up sugar free. Yeah, but now I've switched to a drink called Sneak. It's like I'm a big gamer, so it's like a gaming energy, like gaming sponsored energy drink called Sneak, and it's sugar free, and it's freaking amazing. It tastes so good, and it does wonders for me. Like I feel like it's a little more healthy. It might not be, but
it's an energy drink.
But it's definitely. It looks like it's more healthy on the number side of the scale. Yeah.
What game are you the best at?
That's what I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
It depends. I'm a pretty heavy gamer, so I mean I play the Call of Duty. Everybody plays Call of Duty. I love that. But my favorite game that I play the most is called Rust. It's a PC like survival game. Like
okay.
A lot more skill and time and talent than like Call of Duty, where it's like it's made for like everybody.
Yeah.
To me, I love Rust. I love Duty.
Have you ever came up with like
Apex.
a song title and or like lyrics while gaming? And you're like, hold on, I gotta put the controller down.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah, especially 'cause I'll game with a lot of my riding buddies, so we're always somebody will say something and we'll just write it down or talk
Shit,
about it.
cover me.
We'll usually talk about the idea and get like the basis of the song while we're gaming, and then we'll write it the next day or whatever.
Are you ever on like public, like the public
Twitch?
chat or whatever? Like no, like just playing
Oh, like
the game?
not in a private party.
Yeah, not in a private party, and like someone recognizes you, or
There was one time, which my name is Sneak. I go by Sneaky on there. That's my gamer tag. Sneaky. It's always has been. But I've met one guy who I was with some of my guys, and I think I was singing over the mic, like just goofing around, and I was singing like Nappy Roots or something, and some
love a
old
good
school.
Nappy
I
Roots.
did too, man. And I was singing like some old school of that, and somebody said something like, "You gotta be from Tennessee or something." We wound up talking, and I said I was into country music, and I said who I was, and they knew who I was. Which is crazy. Like country music is a small genre of music. You won't believe the amount of people like who don't know what's Tim McGraw.
Right.
Somebody, I'm like, wait, you never heard of Tim McGraw? Like, are you under a fucking rock? And they're like, what are you talking about? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It blows my mind. But
yeah, when people don't hear of like at least the big name ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
the
Alan Jackson. Yeah.
fucking like legends.
Yeah.
And you're like, seriously?
I was like, you've never heard of Johnny Cash. You've never heard that name ever. Like, they don't know
Willie
what
knows
you're
him?
talking
No
about.
one?
You
No
okay?
one?
Yeah, I'm
Were
like,
you dropped
dude,
as a
you
kid?
have. I hate it for you.
You
So
grew
bad
up
for you.
under power lines. Like, what was the deal?
You have to be from another continent.
But yeah.
All right, Drew. We appreciate you sitting down with us,
Dude,
man.
it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
Welcome-
so much.
welcome to
It's awesome.
Chicago,
Chicago's
and-
sick so far. I love it. Can't wait. Tonight's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And
wait.
thank you so much for sitting down with us, and definitely
Dude,
get a
anytime.
chance to like try all the pizzas. I mean,
For sure.
Pizza, hot
I
dogs.
can't wait.
yeah, you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe try a Chicago hot dog.
That's what
over
I
here.
said. I was like, I thought that was more notorious for the hot dog, but I was like, and my band was like, let's get pizza. I was like, cool.
But the deep dish is like.
That's what we're getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
is it
yeah,
good?
I had deep dish this morning for breakfast. Like that's how
That's-
good it is.
well,
Actually,
really?
I had pizza too today. I
I've
had pizza
only
later.
had Papa John's deep dish, so
Oh, it's gonna be a whole
fuck,
new
yeah,
world.
He's gonna blow your mind.
I didn't even know Papa
Really?
John's had deep dish.
I didn't know Papa
Yeah.
John's even sold deep dish.
Neither did I. Oh well.
But yeah.
Tennessee, it's about all we get. So
God damn, that needs a change. All right, we appreciate you, dude.
thanks, boys.
The neon lights thank the